McKinsey projects generative AI could create up to $4.4 trillion in annual value across global businesses. Yet, macroeconomic reality differs. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, first quarter 2025 non-farm productivity grew by only 0.3%, even as enterprise AI adoption scaled aggressively. Why is there such a massive, verifiable gap between boardroom enthusiasm and actual economic output? Research shows 65% of organizations are experimenting with Gen AI right now, yet the vast majority are struggling to demonstrate any measurable productivity improvements at scale. This persistent disconnect suggests that the current approach to deploying and measuring the technology is failing to bridge the gap between its technical potential and actual profit. Software vendors largely operate on an individual productivity framework. The assumption is that distributing AI licenses to knowledge workers will automatically yield efficiency gains for the company. This isolated framing ignores how modern organizations actually capture value from technology. Gartner estimates 70% of generative AI projects fail to move past pilots. They stall because optimizing a single worker's output rarely translates to systemic gain. To generate sustainable business value, leadership must move away from the individual software deployment narrative and toward comprehensive organizational redesign. Accelerating a single employee's typing or coding speed is meaningless if the broader organizational pipeline cannot absorb, verify, or monetize that increased velocity. Evaluating knowledge work has always been difficult. Quality often matters more than quantity, and individual contributions are buried within collaborative workflows. We have to distinguish between two metrics. The first is apparent productivity. This is the raw, isolated time saved when a single employee uses an AI tool to complete a specific, localized task. The second metric is called realized productivity. This only occurs when those micro-level time savings either generate new valuable output or allow the company to reduce its workforce without a drop in quality. This chart shows parallel project timelines from a Boston Consulting Group experiment. The top timeline tracks GPT-4 usage. The initial drafting block shrinks by 37%, but teams instantly filled this save time with expanded scope and extra verification, resulting in zero net time saved. This perfectly illustrates Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the available time. The apparent task-level speed was entirely absorbed by additional layers of analysis and coordination. Localized task acceleration creates a dangerous productivity illusion. Executives believe they are gaining operational efficiency when they are merely altering how their employees spend their hours. When these isolated AI microgains scale to the team level, they hit interdependencies. The coordination required to manage mixed human-AI workflows generates friction. This friction often takes the form of work slop. Work slop is AI-generated content that technically meets a prompt's requirements, but offers zero genuine insight or strategic value. Office furniture manufacturer Herman Miller encountered this directly. Leadership initially encouraged designers to use Gen AI for rapid concept development. They hit a bottleneck. Clients rejected these AI-assisted presentations as visually polished but conceptually hollow. To correct this, the company inserted a mandatory human review protocol. Designers were forced to manually document the strategic rationale behind every AI-generated concept, significantly slowing the entire system. This phenomenon introduces process slop. Stakeholders lose trust in the integrity of the work itself, making it nearly impossible to attribute any real value to the initial speed of the AI. When Gen AI tools degrade upstream quality, the resulting downstream human verification costs completely negate any of the initial task-level speed advantages. Capturing enterprise value requires reimagining workflows around AI capabilities, rather than bolting AI onto existing operational steps. This requires workflow decomposition. Organizations must execute a granular analysis of their end-to-end processes to identify where AI functions autonomously and where human judgment is non-negotiable. The Swedish fintech company Klarna applied this architecture to their customer service operations. Instead of giving their existing service representatives a faster chatbot and leaving the standard escalation process intact, they dismantled their linear pipeline entirely. They engineered a decomposed routing architecture with 3 distinct paths. Incoming inquiries hit a triage node and are sorted into a fast AI-only track, a collaborative track for AI-human handoffs, and a direct human escalation track for complex cases. By reorganizing the structure, Klarna reduced their average customer resolution time by 2.5 hours while maintaining high satisfaction scores. This gain did not happen because individual human representatives learned to type faster. It happened because the flow of work was entirely re-architected. Realized Gen AI value is a function of an enterprise architecture that routes the right task to the right intelligence at the right time. Scaling realized productivity requires systematic governance frameworks to protect against quality degradation and work slop. A human-in-the-loop architecture embeds verification directly into the workflow itself, ensuring review is a structural requirement rather than an optional individual choice. Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center utilized this design when deploying AI to assist with clinical documentation. Their system uses AI to rapidly generate initial documentation drafts from physician-patient interactions, creating a massive spike in apparent productivity. However, the architecture includes a mandatory governance mechanism. The digital document physically cannot cross the threshold into the permanent medical record until a physician reviews it and explicitly unlocks it. To maximize the efficiency of this step, the system analyzes the draft and directs the physician's attention strictly to areas with low AI confidence scores. Intentionally designing system-mandated friction at critical junctures ensures high-speed AI generation remains safe, effective, and reliable. Organizations must support these redesigned workflows through specialized, ongoing capability building. The standard corporate approach of deploying generic, company-wide AI webinars consistently fails to drive actual adoption or value. Bosch achieved adoption rates exceeding 60% by aggressively segmenting their training. They developed role-specific, context-embedded modules, separating the precise engineering applications from procurement use cases. Beyond precise training, realistic evaluation demands total cost accounting. Organizations must look past basic labor savings to determine the true return on investment for Gen AI. This diagram illustrates the hidden metrics that must be calculated. The raw labor time saved on one side is heavily offset by the token costs, API fees, specialized training investments, and the continuous cost of mandatory human review time. Treating Gen AI as a cheap software license creates false expectations. Evaluating it as a complex capability investment exposes its true organizational cost and potential. Gen AI productivity gains remain elusive because organizations are applying a transformative technology using a traditional software deployment model. The isolated efficiency gains of the individual worker are consistently swallowed by the coordination complexity of the larger organization. The visual contrast is stark. On the left, the strategy of simple tool distribution results in disjointed, failing execution. On the right, the strategy of end-to-end workflow redesign routes data intelligently, preserving quality and speed. Successful Gen AI implementations require a multi-year commitment to structural redesign. This timeline far exceeds the standard rollout cycle of a new software license. The path to generative AI value does not run through individual task acceleration. You must stop optimizing the node and begin re-engineering the network.